Picture this. You're at your grandchild's birthday party. Everyone's laughing and talking, but somehow you feel like you're watching a movie with the sound turned down. You catch bits and pieces, you nod and smile, but deep down you know you're missing something precious. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not helpless. I'm here to tell you something that might surprise you. Nearly half of adults over 75 experience hearing loss. But here's the shocking part. Only 2 out of 5 people who need hearing aids actually have them. That means millions of people are suffering in silence when they don't have to. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what's happening in your ears as you age. Discover 5 practical strategies you can start using today to protect and improve your hearing, and learn when it's time to take action. Plus, I'm going to bust some dangerous myths that might be keeping you from living your fullest life. If you're ready to stop missing out on the conversations that matter most, comment ready to listen below, and make sure you subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips, because I'm about to change how you think about your hearing health forever. Understanding what's really happening. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 72, and for months, she thought her family was just mumbling more than usual. She blamed everyone else until her daughter gently suggested it might be something more. Margaret's story is actually a perfect example of what's happening inside your ears right now. Here's the truth. Age-related hearing loss isn't about your ears getting lazy. It's called presbycusis, and it's happening because tiny hair cells in your inner ear, cells smaller than a grain of sand, are getting damaged. Blood flow to your ears decreases. The nerves that carry sound to your brain start losing their function, and your brain itself changes how it processes speech. But here's what most people get wrong. They think hearing loss is just about volume, that everything sounds quieter. Wrong. You might actually find certain sounds, like a vacuum cleaner or traffic, painfully loud while struggling to hear your spouse in a quiet room. You're not being difficult. Your ears are literally processing sound differently than they used to. Start paying attention to patterns. Do you have trouble with S and T sounds? Can you hear better in quiet rooms than restaurants? Document these patterns because this information is gold if you decide to see a specialist. Prevention strategies you can start today. Robert wishes someone had told him 40 years ago what I'm about to share with you. He's a retired construction worker who can't undo decades of noise damage, but he's protecting what hearing he has left, and you can too. Long-term exposure to sounds over 85 decibels, that's city traffic volume, damages your hearing permanently. But here's what people don't realize. Even everyday activities like mowing the lawn, using power tools, or attending your grandchild concert can harm your hearing. People think they need expensive equipment or that it's too late to make a difference. Both wrong. Simple foam earplugs from the pharmacy can provide significant protection, and protecting your remaining hearing is always worthwhile, no matter your age. Here's what you do. Invest in quality earplugs for lawn mowing or noisy environments. When using headphones, follow the 60-60 rule. No more than 60% volume for 60 minutes at a time. Use noise-canceling headphones when possible because they reduce the need to crank up the volume to block background noise. These simple steps can save years of hearing. When and how to seek professional help. Linda avoided getting her hearing checked for 3 years because she was terrified of being told she needed those big, ugly hearing aids. When she finally went, she was amazed at what she'd been missing and how discreet modern solutions could be. Modern hearing aids aren't your grandfather's hearing aids. They're more like tiny computers that can be programmed specifically for your type of hearing loss. Some are virtually invisible, others connect directly to your smartphone, and many can filter out background noise while amplifying the sounds you want to hear for. The biggest mistake people make is waiting. Research shows it takes an average of 10 years for people to seek help for their hearing loss. 10 years of missed conversations, strained relationships, and social isolation, all preventable. Schedule a comprehensive hearing evaluation if you're asking people to repeat themselves regularly, struggling to follow conversations with multiple people, or if sounds seem muffled. Don't wait for a family member to suggest it. Be proactive about your hearing health. The hidden impact on your health. John started declining dinner invitations and stopped attending his weekly card game. His family thought he was becoming antisocial, But the real culprit was his untreated hearing loss, making social situations exhausting and embarrassing. Untreated hearing loss creates a domino effect in your health. Social isolation leads to depression and cognitive decline. There's a direct connection between hearing loss and dementia risk. Your balance is affected too. Hearing problems increase your risk of falls because your inner ear helps with balance. The constant strain of trying to hear causes chronic fatigue and irritability. You're working so hard to process sound that you're exhausted by the end of the day. But here's the good news. When people get hearing aids, studies show they become faster at conversation turn-taking, their speech becomes clearer, and both they and their conversation partners speak at more normal volumes. It's not just about hearing better, it's about engaging with life better. Stay socially engaged, even when it's challenging. Ask friends and family to face you when speaking, reduce background noise during conversations, and don't be embarrassed to ask people to repeat themselves. Your brain needs these interactions to stay healthy. Busting dangerous myths. Sarah's 45-year-old son was shocked when he failed a hearing test. Like many people, he believed hearing loss only affected elderly people, a myth that delayed his treatment by years. Let me bust some myths right now. Hearing loss affects people of all ages. It can be caused by medications, diabetes, heart disease, genetics, and noise exposure, not just aging. The idea that hearing aids make you look old? Modern hearing aids are often completely invisible or look like trendy earbuds. Another dangerous myth. If you have hearing loss, there's nothing you can do. Wrong. Whether it's hearing aids, cochlear implants, assistive listening devices, or communication strategies, there are more solutions available now than ever before. And please, stop cleaning your ears with cotton swabs. You're pushing wax deeper and potentially making hearing problems worse. Use irrigation kits or see a professional for ear cleaning. Remember, seeking help for your hearing shows you're proactive about your health, not weak or old. It shows you value the relationships and experiences that matter most to you. I know hearing loss can feel isolating and frustrating. You might feel left out of conversations, embarrassed to ask people to repeat themselves, or worried about becoming a burden to your loved ones. These feelings are completely valid, and you're not alone. But here's what I want you to remember. Taking action about your hearing health isn't about admitting defeat. It's about taking control. Every strategy we've discussed today is an act of self-care and independence. You're not giving in to aging. You're actively managing it with wisdom and determination. Choose one thing from today's video to implement this week. Maybe it's scheduling that hearing evaluation you've been putting off, or simply starting to wear earplugs when you mow the lawn. Small actions lead to huge improvements in your quality of life. About 1 in 3 adults between 65 and 74 experience some hearing loss. You're part of a community of people successfully managing this challenge. With the right knowledge and tools, you can continue enjoying rich, full conversations with the people you love for years to come. Today we covered the science behind age-related hearing loss, prevention strategies you can start immediately when to seek professional help, the impact on your overall health, and the myths that might be holding you back. Knowledge plus action equals better hearing health. I'm curious, which of these strategies resonates most with you? Are you planning to schedule a hearing evaluation, start using ear protection, or maybe have a conversation with a family member about their hearing? Share your thoughts below because your experience might help someone else take that first step. If this video helped you understand hearing loss better and gave you practical steps you can actually use, please subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips. We're here to help you navigate aging with confidence, dignity, and practical solutions that work in real life. Thank you for investing in your hearing health today. Remember, every conversation, every laugh, every I love you whispered by a grandchild is worth protecting. You have the power to stay connected to the sounds that make life beautiful. Stay proactive, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next video with more tips for thriving at every age. Until then, don't miss a word of the life you love.